Welcome to the home of the hillbilly. Yeah, baby, it's a land of barbed wire, moonshine whiskey. Park your car before you get stuck.
We talked about the NFL draft. We talked about it about a month ago, I guess. But every now and then we still throw in a little bit of stuff. And me being an Auburn fan, and I'm telling you the truth. I've talked to, and Andy will tell you, I don't understand why AJ McCarron is not getting any more consideration.
Yeah.
What else could he do?
Yeah, I think a lot of times in the draft people get just enamored with a size or a speed, whatever it might be. I think people sometimes just get enamored with that. And, he's got a really good arm. I think he's got a lot better arm than people give him credit for.
Yeah.
I think he does too.
Well, in the Auburn game, he threw that 50-yard bullet to Amari Cooper.
And yet they say he doesn't have a good arm.
Yeah. And, a lot of times people just like that pretty pick, that it sounds good to everyone, but you can't argue with the guy's credentials.
No.
He's a general on the field.
He is he's a winner.
Teddy Bridgewater, I saw him play a couple of times last year. And, against Cincinnati, they almost lost the game because he played so bad. The last drive of the game, he completes a sideline, maybe an out route or something to the sideline, and the replay, the guy was out of bounds, but they gave him the call. That was a fourth down play, and they wound up winning the game.
I honestly, a lot of the guys that are getting consideration for the first round, first overall picks, I honestly had never seen them play, but I'm sure they're great quarterbacks. But I can tell you, I watched a lot of AJ McCarron over the past 3 years, and he's as good a field general. He's as good a winner. He shows up when he has to in the big games. And he's what you want off the field. You never hear his name.
Yeah.
In any trouble. You never hear his name.
No.
Well, Alabama being the closest thing, or the SEC West being the closest to a pro tryout as you could get. He wins two national championships.
You play the best of the best every single week.
Exactly.
And you got to be ready to go every single week. And he was, and it don't matter really where you get drafted.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's going to be good wherever he goes.
Especially the way they got it structured now to where, these rookies don't make as much as they did when – the Jamarcus Russells and Sam Bradfords were signing these just monster deals. Now it's still a whole lot of money, but it isn't the end of the world for a franchise if they mess up on a number one overall pick. And it also, for a second-round guy, a third-round guy, fourth-round guy, all those guys, they make their careers on their second and third contracts. And, I think A.J. just gets in the right place, in the right system, and has an opportunity. I think he'll be fine.
I think so, too.
I think he'll be the best one out of this group when it all comes to
checking down the years.
Well, Jeff Fales, the guy from San Jose State, in my opinion, was one of the best ones coming out. Maybe Derek Carr from Fresno State, but Blake Bortles from Central Florida, and he had a good year, but who'd heard of him before? And Johnny Manziel, everybody knows he could just throw it up, and Mike Evans would jump out the stadium.
I'll tell you what, he's fun to watch, though.
He sure is.
He is so much fun to watch.
Think he'll be able to run around like that in the pros?
Well, Fran Tarkenton did it.
He did.
Yeah.
He
That's
did.
our time,
I'm sorry.
It kind of goes back to what we're saying about AJ. The guy's a winner. He plays at a high level. What's to say that he can't do the same thing? What's to say Johnny Football can't do the same thing at the pros too? He played against a lot of future first rounders against Alabama.
Yeah.
And he's just out there, looks like a human joystick and just bouncing around and
like a PlayStation
throwing.
Game.
It's unbelievable. And
you
whether you like him, whether you don't like him, whether you don't have an opinion, if he's on TV, I promise you're watching him. There ain't no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. I found myself the Alabama Texas A&M game. I'm like, I'm going to get food and something to drink while Alabama's on offense just to make sure I'm there by the time so I can watch Johnny football.
That's funny. Well, I think that maybe if AJ goes in the second round, maybe he can go to New Orleans, maybe play behind Drew Brees a couple of years. I don't think Drew Brees is going to be there much longer. And they run basically the same kind of offense Alabama's run. And then Peyton Manning at Denver, he's not going to be there much longer, I don't think.
There's a lot of older quarterbacks that, but I don't see Drew Brees going anywhere anytime soon. That guy's a machine, and he is just fun to watch. And he was a guy that we would just study his tape and just say, this is what the prototype is for footwork, for pocket awareness, for anticipation, for timing. I mean, he is a machine. He is something fun to watch. And I think as long as he keeps playing like that, I mean, he doesn't get hit a whole lot because he gets the ball out.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you're blitzing him or whether it's down the field stuff, he gets the ball out on time. And that's why he doesn't get hit a lot. And that's why I'm sitting here after 11 surgeries talking on a podcast for y'all. I obviously held the ball too long and got hit all the time. So I didn't watch enough of him, obviously.
Everybody made a big deal about his height and how he wouldn't make it in the pros. They said the same thing about Russell Wilson, and now they're saying the same thing about Johnny Manziel.
So, I
don't buy that.
I don't either. I think Johnny Football is going to I think he's going to be just fine wherever he goes.
I do too.
Because the guy is an athlete.
He's a winner.
He is a winner. He's a competitor. And that's all he wants to do is just compete. And, I'm excited to see what not only AJ but Johnny Manziel does as well.
Well, if you were the Houston Texans, who would you take? Is it Clowney or Manziel? Clowney to help your defense or Manziel to fill the stands?
I'd take Manziel.
He's going to sell tickets. That's right.
He's going to sell tickets. And, that's luckily for me, I get to sit here and I don't have to make that decision. Nor do I even have to offer an opinion.
Yeah, you're right.
Because my opinion don't really matter. So, I don't know. I don't know. You go, well, if they get Manziel, it's going to sell seats. But if they get Clowney,
they're going to win games.
AJ might be around that
if
second round.
If you get Clowney, you're going to have.
If you get Clowney and you can get AJ, that's not a bad first two picks.
Plus, you'll have Clowney and J.J. Watt on your defensive line.
That's pretty scary.
You're not kidding.
So
J.J. Watt's a scary dude.
And his little brother is an offensive lineman at Wisconsin.
Oh, really?
And,
okay.
He's pretty good too.
Hey, he's got.
But J.J. Watt, he's just one of them people you look at him and think, man, this guy
will kill you.
Yeah.
Well, Wisconsin and Michigan State are the two teams that I think play more defense in that conference than most other teams there. So, I mean, I like Wisconsin and I like Michigan State both because they will come out and play you some defense.